Hey guys, welcome back here to Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today and check out the video. And I do really appreciate that, guys. Man, there's so many dang YouTube channels out there that I know you guys can't spend all day watching YouTube videos, so thank you very much for swinging by Intuitive Angling here. Guys, I got some news I'm going to tell some of you all that you may want to take a seat, because this is probably going to upset a lot, not a lot, well, it's going to upset some people because it's just the reality of the situation. We're going to dig into that in today's video and get a conversation going on it. And I'm going to always preface it after I tell you this about some things you can do to probably help it out. So we'll get into that today. Also, guys, before we get started, I just want to share one thing with you guys, man. If you guys are looking for a really good rod and reel setup I'm talking about here, guys, check out this Megabass Levante series. This Levante series from Megabass is my favorite rod model they make. It's under $200 for all the rods on Levante series. Attention to detail and components, second to none on this. I'll put the Levante rod link and my tackle warehouse link in the description of this video. And guys, also try to pair it up. This is a brand new Kastking ALTI Elite bait cast reel. This sucker's right around 200 bucks. If you use my promo code Randy10, you even get it cheaper. It's got a Halo Vortex braking system on it that makes it almost impossible to backlash. It's the world's only true titanium, all titanium spool, 11 ball bearings, built for stout. This combination right here, guys, the whole thing is gonna, it's gonna be around 400 bucks probably for the whole setup, which for a piece of equipment of this quality, you're just gonna love it. So anyway, guys, I'll have the Kastking link in the description of this video. I'll have the rod and my tackle warehouse link in this video. If you guys wanna get set up with that, really good way to support the channel and get it through those links there. So thank you very much for that. Okay, guys, you might as well take a seat before I tell you this, because this is going to be some hard for some of you to accept. When you talk about bass fishing, and we're talking about becoming a better bass angler, that's what everybody's here for. Everybody's on the channel here, most of you all, because you want to improve your fishing. You want to, have more success as an angler. You want to be the best angler that you can be. Here is what I have found, and I've thought about this. I've studied it, I've observed it throughout my entire fishing career, through my own fishing career and through the fishing career of others. The level of success that you're going to reach in your bass fishing, I'm just going to say it right off the bat, you're either born with it or not. It is something that you're born with or not, to an extent. Now, let me preface this a little bit. It's sort of like, you see some people that are really good at drawing pictures, like artists, or people that are good at playing, musical instruments. Like Beethoven, he wrote his first song when he was like 4 years old or something like that. And then you see some students like in grade school that make these incredible drawings, incredible paintings. And then you got people like me that, about the only thing I can draw is a stick figure, even now. So here's what I'm talking about here. The level of success that you're going to have as a bass angler, I just think you're simply born with a lot of it. You either have it or you don't, in terms of picking up on things quickly and just having, it's sort of like a mysterious, magical talent that you have about being at the right place at the right time. Knowing which lure to pick up under right situations, knowing what is a productive bank and what is a not productive bank, that goes beyond intellectualizing. It's like a lot of us can look at a bank over there and say, hey, that bank really looks good because, man, there's some docks over there. There's some lily pads between the docks. It looks like a lot of bass cover, for the fish. And you intellectualize that. And then another person, they may look at a bank and it may not look that appealing, but they have this instinct about them based upon how it feels internally. And they roll up on there and catch a bunch of fish. And I have seen this. Let me give you one example. One of my longtime friends, his name's Randy Mosley. He may be watching this video, I'm not sure. But anyway, Randy was one of those guys that early on, he was just gifted with his ability to find fish that I didn't understand. It's like, we'd go to these tournaments and it's like, we'd be out there practicing for 2 or 3 hours on a lake we've never seen before. And he'd see me on the lake. He goes, well, I'm ready to start the tournament now. I've already found them. It was like that all the time. He could find and locate fish quicker than anybody that I've ever seen. Anybody. And he was just in his 20s. And I have seen people like that have this ability to find and locate and catch fish that goes well beyond the intellectual part of it. Because, like I said, Randy Mosley, he didn't, in fact, he worked less hard than a lot of people. He didn't spend a lot of time on his tackle. He didn't spend a lot of time pre-fishing. You know, he liked to watch, you know, ball games and stuff like that, and, you know, come in early on practice, but he was still an incredible talent as far as locating fish. And then I've seen some other guys out there on the circuit that they work their butt off. It's like they practice, they research stuff. Their tackle is perfect and meticulous, and they can't catch a dang fish to save their life. And it goes back to the fact that a large percentage of your bass fishing success, guys, you are simply born with it or not. It's one of those mysterious things the universe throws out to us that is beyond explanation. It goes into you could get into a whole philosophical conversation on this, why that is. But nevertheless, that is the reality of the situation. And I look, like in my own fishing here, guys, I have been able to make a living fishing. I've won over $2 million fishing bass tournaments. And I don't consider myself born with this unbelievable talent for bass fishing. I think I've got a little bit of it that comes natural to me, but I've had to work at it a lot. I mean, I've had to spend a lot of time working on technique and learning bass movement behavior and educating myself. And you can have some success doing that too, but it's just like myself, I haven't risen to this status of a superstar in the sport, and a lot of it is because I just don't think I was born with those incredible high-level instincts like somebody like a Kevin Van Dam or in that category, Bill Dance or Roland Martin, something like that. But nevertheless, guys, you don't want this to depress you. Just because if you feel that you were not born with this talent to be a good fisherman and to locate fish and to know what to do at the right place at the right time, just realize that you can offset that, and you can have a good level of success, and you can become a better angler simply by putting in your dirt time. And the thing about bass fishing, it's like you can watch these YouTube videos and you can, talk to people and you can read stuff and you can read articles, but there is nothing that replaces on the water time, what I call dirt time, which is on the water experience in fishing. It's sort of like, these on the water lessons that I do. People can watch my videos and I can explain to them how to do this or that, but like until you would go on the water with me and I can show you in the water what I'm talking about, why a certain color is better than another by putting a lure in the water, showing you the exact wrist manipulation where you can see it in person. This is what I'm talking about, that on the water time is invaluable, because another thing about being on the water is it allows you to really nurture and capitalize on your own abilities and your own unique creativity that we all have as an angler. And you can't do that unless you spend time on the water. So my advice, if you're like me and you weren't born with this incredible primal instinct about, knowing where to fish and knowing how to catch fish, is just spend time on the water, because that will naturally help you out. Yeah, you can educate yourself about techniques and lures and the latest stuff in fishing, but nothing is going to replace just being out on the water, observing nature, seeing how, different type of situations change with different type of conditional changes. And it's a slow process. And unless you get sucked into the dark side of electronic technology and fishing, you're going to have to put in that dirt time. So, guys, let me know what you think about it. We'll talk later.